Don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible is the living the dream. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Wild and fucking free.
Straight to Yoda.
Yeah, sorry about that. Kind of. It's
Fine.
cool.
I wasn't singing this in the shower earlier.
Oh, dude, this is like, it gets in your head. I do it all the time now.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely love it. Fuck, dude, what a cool day. Like,
Yeah.
kind of out of nowhere, kind of started yesterday. I don't know. I guess I didn't see Bitcoin, Bitcoin's price yesterday at all. I only noticed that this morning. But when did Bitcoin start running again?
Over the weekend, right?
Well, no, I think it was under 70, and then I think that it was like dangerously close to 70 during the weekend, and then I think probably I woke up and it was pumping pretty good, and I think I woke up 8 o'clock Central Time.
So it's like a good topic for today, but I guess the largest Chinese, like, what is it? Mutual fund, some kind of fund, a fund is filing for a Bitcoin ETF, and that's like the cause of the pumping. But that would have happened, I guess, like last night for us, right? I think. Just trying to figure out the timing of it.
Let's not make us do timing conversions. I think it was just a disaster,
Yeah.
in the making.
Fair. Did you guys catch the eclipse? Oh yeah, hey, Loco, perfectly on topic, like a bunch of fucking idiots here chatting about the eclipse.
I was in the path of totality. So yeah, it was. I mean, Buffalo always cloudy. But yeah, so like I was able to see it. What's that?
Well, I was just gonna say I didn't understand what you meant about anything like that. What did you mean by you were in the path of totality?
What do you mean by that?
Fuck, dude, have you been living under a rock?
Our special Joe.
Jesus. How to explain it? When the moon passes between the sun and the earth, some people get like a partial eclipse, but some people in about 100-mile path get a total eclipse. And that's where the moon passes in between, and it just completely blocks out the sun except for the corona.
It looked like you were just jerking off a giant cock, and then it exploded on you. So good. I'll take that whole snobby.
Anyway, we were in the path of totality, although it was cloudy 98.9% of the time. It did go like totally dark, and that was cool. That was cool. It was like somebody was on a dimmer switch and just went, and then.
Cool. Yeah, I did not look at. Did you look at it? Did you have the glasses? Did you do the whole thing? Where did you get these glasses?
I ordered these a while ago. It's been a big deal around here that the eclipse was coming. Yeah. And I kept saying the whole time, it's weird that people are booking tickets to come to Buffalo because it's going to be cloudy. It's always cloudy. And
people were booking tickets because of this whole path of totality sort of thing?
Oh, yeah. They were expecting like 1 million extra people here at Niagara Falls and state parks. The plane that I was on Saturday on my way back from New York City had a bunch of eclipse nerds on it. They were all nerding out over coming. And are you going to see it? I was like, yeah, realistically, everybody there will see it, whether you're going there purposely for that or not. So yeah, it was cool.
Cool.
I
So
mean, would have been cooler if you could see the whole thing without the clouds, but it was cool to have the lights shut off.
nice. Good story, Henry. I did not look at it. I did not see it. I didn't look at it. Although I was watching some TikTok, and who's the guy, the Tyson?
Neil Tyson deGrasse.
Thank you. Yeah, he was saying like, oh, even when you don't look at it, the shadows become more. There's more clarity in all the shadows on the ground, and you're not used to that. So everything's kind of got this eerie vibe to it, which
Dude, it all looks like HD or something. It's cool.
Yeah, totally felt that today. But I did not look at it. I didn't have the glasses. My son was at school. I guess he had the glasses. He checked it out, but I was unable to check it out. So,
by the way, no school here. They no school because of the eclipse.
They sent my kids home early.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's weird. They've never done that like at any school I've been to. But what else?
Huda, did you see it?
Yeah, like I went outside. We weren't in the path of totality or whatever the fuck he called it. But
So annoying.
It was like 2/3 covered. It was pretty darn cool. And then my son had brought home some of the glasses from school, so that worked out well. It was cool. It was cool.
Nice.
I just think it looks weird now. Like it's like double bright. I don't know if that's like a thing. But it seems brighter. I don't like it. And I have a headache. So I blame everything.
It makes me realize I think I'd be okay living in darkness. Like middle of the day and it's dark. I'm like, I like that.
Absolutely.
Isn't there a place in Alaska where it's like dark for like 21 days in a row?
Yeah, as you get closer to the Arctic Circle, that happens. The days are either very long in the summer or in the winter it gets.
Dude, Path of Totality really is a great fucking band name. Yeah,
or a token.
Dang.
Totality.
Let's fucking go. Runestones. Agreed. We got to get into that. We got to get into this shit, guys. Again, it's been fucking great.
All right, show some sort of graph or some shit. Put something on the screen.
Fine. Good lord.
Ooh, we're green.
Yeah. We're looking at that's the nice surprise. That's what I woke up to this morning. Again, wasn't expecting it, but in the green, a beautiful, beautiful morning, and continuing till now. Yeah, we're up. We're gaining some value here. And it feels like we're gaining some momentum. I'm digging it. Let me peek. I want to see on the 7 days. Yeah, see, we still lost a fuck ton, but maybe we recover most of that. I'm just curious. I'm literally just peeking at how far we really have fallen recently. Dude, that really puts stuff in perspective, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's 30 days there. We'll be happy with our almost 1%, though, here. We'll take it. We'll take it, guys. But yeah, speaking of crypto, let's peek over there. Bitcoin still 71, almost 72,000. I don't know. Yeah, Ethereum having a big day, almost up 10%. Jeez.
Nice. Oh, does that mean the Ethereum ETFs will be granted?
I don't know. I hope, dude. I thought I saw some ETF news recently, and I don't remember at all where and what. But I just like sometimes I just browse headlines and don't dive into the story. But I saw Ethereum ETF stuff recently. Solana steady. I mean, yeah, just a good day in crypto. We've needed it because it's been crazy.
You know, I shitcoined a little bit yesterday in Solana.
Oh, tell me it was Thog.
Panties.
Did you get the Greta coin?
Malnet. I was trying to get that, and I couldn't get the contract address. I eventually did, but at that point, I was in panties. So, to be honest with you, it's so weird, man, because like you can make some money quickly. I think yesterday I made like 4 SOL in an hour and a half.
No way.
Yeah. And
That's crazy.
It's addicting. It's weird.
So, I lost. I kept on losing on Sol.
Dude, I've made nothing in this season on meme coins, like nothing. I've only lost, and lost big. Like literally everything I've bought has gone to zero. I'm in Thog. We'll get to that because I know we love beanies, so we're going to talk about a beanie pumped token and NFT. But I lost on fucking everything, man. It sucks. NFT sales, by the way, yesterday, man, usually the pattern, and this is pretty obvious, but we dip on the weekends almost without fail. Usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the lowest 3 days of the week, and this week the exact opposite. You can see Friday, Saturday, Sunday ramped up over the weekend. Probably as NFT NYC degens were coming home and feeling the vibe, and then
yeah.
yes, but it's like you guys like in the topic we're getting to here, Runestones. You felt that ramping up over the past few days, and then we're seeing it. Actually, shit, I can't even lie. We're not seeing that in the numbers here. Like, we don't have Runestones on the site yet, but like that's a side effect of Runestones pumping. It's just people getting money and putting it into the ecosystem. So,
how can you not have Runestones there?
I do want to explain that because it is like it's such an important collection. Like, dude, Runestones did like 24 or 25 million in the past week. So a huge percent of like the overall total volume. Reason being, let's say about 2 months ago, the ordinal protocol was updated, and the way they updated it changed how we pick up ordinals collections. And not everything is done that way too. Some of them use like the maybe original protocol. So we're still getting that stuff, but Quantum Cats, Runestones, Arsic, those three in particular, and they're all big ones, our crawling is updated. Now it has to go back through all the blocks since those minted and recrawl them. So I think estimate-wise, I think we're looking at about a week till those are live on the site, which would be awesome to have like a more complete picture.
Does the Forecast 500 take those into account?
The Forecast 500 does not take Bitcoin into account.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking that when you showed it, I remember there was something to it, and it will it?
It has to. It's just getting more and more significant, right? It has to.
It might be the most popular one eventually. I mean, it's got to be on there.
Well, think of this too. At a certain point, it's mattering more and more now as we go forward. All these chains, though, that are included, so the NFTs have to be at least 6 months old, a collection for that project to be included in the index, because we want it to represent, not something that just pops over overnight, because we've seen collections that, do millions and millions in sales overnight and disappear a week later. So we don't want those. We want those projects that stand the test of time. And we all hate using the word blue chip, but we want the blue chippy, the real blue chips. And this does that because that is a criteria, at least 6 months old. So really Bitcoin stuff as of, a few months back, none of them would have qualified. Now they do, right? So it's certainly time to start getting Bitcoin in the mix here. But yeah, there's the blockchains that are in the index right here. And again, still pretty darn comprehensive, but Bitcoin just matters so much. So it must get up there. Other interesting stuff, though, again, it's been kind of cool seeing the market. The Tensor token dropped today. So we're seeing Tensorians move. What I don't know is that people collecting, or is that people who got their Tensor token dumping? All I know is the Tensors get you a multiplier with points, right? So I don't think they had any direct relation with token. I could be wrong there, but interesting seeing them picking up. I mean, God, almost 1,000% increase in sales here. Node Monkeys rocking. Bitcoin Puppets are up here in the general ordinals collection. I would imagine a lot of that is those guys, and it's probably Blobs, and we got to talk about Blobs too, especially with Tickle here.
What is these Blobs? I keep hearing Blobs.
We're gonna get blobby, bro.
Blobs are. I think we should talk about Blobs, and I think we should talk about X copies because it seems like that's been selling. Oh, and a Punk sold, right?
Well, yeah, and this is an interesting sale too. So let's do that, and then let's get into the Bitcoin stuff. Oh, sneak peek, but yeah. Let's talk about that Punk sale, and then X copy or Blobs or Runes or whatever. But yeah, I mean, big Punk sale. It's one of those rare zombie punks. I mean, zombies are... Is it the second rarest in the collection behind aliens? I think that's the case. But, like, interesting fact about this. That is, like, the lowest zombie CryptoPunk sale we've seen in, like, 2.5 years. In ETH value. In US dollar value, way up. The last couple we saw were, like, 500, 600,000. But in terms of ETH, this is way lower than we were seeing. So... interesting to see that. I don't know what it means. Are people repricing, in USD value? Maybe. I mean, maybe it's a little comment about that. I don't
never
know.
do that. There's the whole 1 ETH is 1 ETH thing, right?
People say that. I don't think anybody, when it comes down to it, I don't think people's conviction is in the tech in like, I think all they care about is money. I don't think anybody has strong conviction here. So I do think, okay, picture if ETH gets to 25 grand. I don't think anybody's going to still be saying 1 ETH is 1 ETH at all. Like, I just don't.
I don't even hear people saying it anymore. Like, you know what I mean? A year or two ago, I heard people say it, but I don't hear that anymore.
Tickle, I thought you had like 3 or 4 Runestones. You kept finding them in wallets. Dude, Runestones are fucking amazing.
Dude, who did you have some?
Do I have Runestones?
Yeah.
Dude, I have some. I do. I have 4. And I'm very happy.
You guys can have one. You think, you know what?
Can you?
I feel like, you know what? I feel like if I work here at this what like this is a job. I don't know if this is a job or whatever, but like
It'll be a job one day.
I think you should just send me some like shit just so I don't, you know what I mean? It's like a
It's your
it's like
salary.
workers' compensation or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean that's reasonable. Well, like baby steps though. We got to grow. Oh, can I show something? Speaking of growth, like I'm really proud of this. Like not quite there yet, but man, follower count has been ripping.
Oh yeah.
Had a couple good live shows this past weekend. Like, okay, so normally we do a live show on Saturday morning. Okay, Sunday I usually do an edited video, like my normal like morning updates. I'm not anymore. I think Saturday and Sunday both will just be a live show. Saturday with Henry and with Biggie, but Sunday I'm just going to do solo. I like doing solo. It's just an extra little flavor. And
Wow.
Joe, you'd DM me, and like those videos did well. It was great having a big audience for those, and I had a blast doing them. But
I just don't like. You know what?
What?
That's congratulations. I think that's amazing. There's like one thing there's a common denominator that like as great as that is that the followers and the and everybody's following you on the weekends. Like there is something that is like common denominator is that I'm not on those shows. Like so I can't not say that like
you're taking it personal.
A little bit, not personal, but like I know that you keep on saying like it's timing or whatever.
I can assure you it's all about timing. We do this show at the worst time. Guys, be honest, right? So you guys watching right now, how shit is 4:30 p.m. Eastern time? Like anyone who's got a job is like commuting or wrapping up their workday. It is like the dumbest time to do a daily show. It's, hey. A morning show would work way better. An evening show, same thing. We've got a bad time. So my shows, when I do them on the weekend in the morning, no competition. Nobody else is doing stuff then, and it works. So
your shows are amazing. We love those ones.
You are amazing, bro.
Yeah, those are good ones. Those are really good. The fellowships.
And yeah,
good.
Tickles agrees. Horrible. And yes, pretty terrible time, honestly. Yes, keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Tell us how horrible it is. Oh, this fucking weirdo. That is like, Bob is the only one who would say it's perfect. I love this guy. Yep.
He's just waking up.
He's
Literally. He's having his coffee.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, what we'll do eventually when it's worthwhile to move this show to one of those times, because like people here will have to change their schedules, like change their lives to be able to fit this in the morning as for a morning show or an evening show. If there's a point where it becomes worth doing that, I think we would do it. But
evening show would work.
Evening show would be so cool. I would love that. So
but it is a morning show for Dead and for Bob. So
vampires.
We're doing something right.
Absolute vampires. Anyway, thank you guys. 6 away from 1,000.
Oh, really?
Appreciate
6 away from 1,000.
That was the point of all that. 6 away from 1,000. So thank you guys. Yeah, picked up like 25, 30 over the weekend. Solid growth. Anyway,
yeah, that's great.
Do you want to hit on X copy real quick, Joe? Because I was not aware of any of what was going on. No,
I have no idea what's going on with it. If you want me to spearhead it, sure. I think we can go on Twitter and be like, oh, a bunch of X copy editions have sold, and yeah, that's all I know is that there's been a run of X copies that have been selling in the past few days. I mean, let's go. I mean, we're not doing shit. We might as well just go on Twitter and search with everybody and see what's going on.
You know what's weird?
What?
What
are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to find Roger Dick. There he is. It's just weird sometimes when you search a name and you get results, like you've got parts of the name correct, right? And it won't show you a result. It'll show you people who you've never heard of that you're not following, but it doesn't show you the person you're looking for. Like often I look for Biggie and I type Biggie and he doesn't come up, but like strangers do.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Does Roger Dickerson have a Coldie up in his banner?
Yeah, he did.
Probably.
He had an NFT boxes one, didn't he?
He's awesome, dude. Roger's like so fucking cool.
Who is this guy? Can you tell me?
Roger?
Yeah.
He's like an OG of this space, like in the art circle. Like he's been around for a long time, making content, like reporting on this stuff. Worked on the Artifacts platform too, which our buddy Henry, what's his name? He goes by Wrecked whatever now. Patrick James. Patrick James, so Artifact, I think Patrick is part of that crew too. So is Roger. But now Roger has this 24 hours of art, and it's like just a daily report, and just, well-respected dude in the space, especially in the art space, and it's his thing. I would call him like the expert. He's kind of like
he's like the non-idiot version of us.
Very much that. Yeah, he reminds me of I'm like struggling today. What's the guy, the hippie dude? Art Gnome. He's like he's like Art Gnome in a kind of way, right? Just a guy known for his takes on art.
That's cool.
Anyway, so I assume he's reporting on all this X copy stuff, which he seems to be. Yeah.
El Toro said there's a new burn in 7 minutes.
Okay, Henry and we share a lot of NFTs together. I keep seeing like Max Payne offers that are getting close to like half an ETH. They're definitely like 0.4 plus. So, dude, Max Payne's down to like 5,000 editions or less, maybe like 4,000 something with all those burns. Yeah. Let's see what he's got coming. It's interesting seeing things cycle back to X copy.
I think that like I was listening to, I don't know if I was listening to like FOMO Hour or something like that, but they were talking about like Fidenzas are selling, or there was a Fidenza that sold. This seems like a lot of high-end ETH NFTs are selling, and they're not selling for like super high. So I'm interested to know like what exactly does that mean? Does that mean that the diamond hands that held like strong pieces are now a little bit nervous about that and are selling for a little bit lower to get them out? And interesting.
It is, especially like, I mean, the longer this space kind of goes on and continues, like he's just got a huge supply. You know what I mean? It's like I struggle seeing the value of his stuff maintaining. So I wonder if you're right there, Joe. Like,
you're talking about X copy?
Yeah, like just in general. Or you were talking other artists too, though, right?
I was like, well, Fidenza. Yeah, I was talking about Fidenzas and ringers and stuff like that. But
I'll say this: I think those people overestimated how historic they are, and I think they're historic and all, but like the supplies are so fucking big still. Ringers, I think, are like 1,000, right?
I forget. What are Fidenzas? Fidenzas Tyler Hobbs.
Yeah, are those 10K or are those 1,000? I don't think they're 10K.
I don't think they're 10K either.
Yeah. Still though, at those prices, 1,000 still kind of a lot. They are 1/1s though, so
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, interesting. Well, good on X copy. I love seeing his stuff move. Coolest thing about X copy. It's not his art, which his art is cool. It's just what he means to the movement, and he's a cool fucking dude.
He's a fucking cool dude, isn't he?
Yep.
Like anytime you hear him like say something, you're like, yeah, that's fucking cool.
He's a badass.
Yeah.
And if Marty's here, Marty loves him.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to reach out to him, Huda? I know that you've tried to do outreach to like different artists and things like that. Have you ever tried to reach out to him?
Yes and no. Like he always answers my DMs. He's very nice, and I'm in a few group DMs with him where he's very active. But I've never needed to reach out to him for something. I did actually. You know what? With Crypto Bats, I asked if he'd want to do an honorary bat, and he never replied. Not an honor. What was it? An ancient bat. No reply to that. But again, he's always like, responsive. I know there's some friends of ours that he hops in voice chats, maybe even video. Probably not video chats. I think he's anonymous, but like he's an accessible dude. He's very cool.
You know, I don't want to interrupt our conversation. Just curious, Henry, what's going on over there?
Is he frozen?
No, he's not frozen. His eyeballs are moving, but he might as well be frozen.
I think he's reading. He's invoicing people.
What are you doing?
I'm listening to you idiots talk.
What's going on down there? What are you doing?
I'm staring at the scrreen.
Of what? What's on the screen?
Engaged. I think.
I was reading the X copy posts on there.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. And I was thinking of X copy reached out to me when I got hacked.
No way.
I always thought that was nice of him. Yeah.
Did he say like, I'll give you a X copy and you'll?
He didn't. He just said like, hey, I think he knows that we collect his stuff, and he just was like, hey, sorry to hear what's going on. Hope everything's okay. If you ever want to come to my house and chill and talk about it, like come down, we'll hang out for the weekend. You can help me do some art.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
He asked you for a collab.
I was like, I appreciate the invite, but
I didn't get hacked, but he called me a couple times and we did hang out and stuff like that, which was cool.
Yeah.
We swam in a pool. We swam in pools together and stuff like that. Had fun.
Weird. Super weird. Guys, do me a favor, retweet this fucking tweet. Room,
retweet
show.
The room,
retweet the room, share the show, get people in. Not bad right now, 240. I'll take it. We'll fucking take it. But yeah, we got to start growing this bad boy. All right, let's talk runes. And thank you guys, by the way. Yeah, so runes cooking. It's like for a couple of reasons too. Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna zone out for this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. But I'll tell you why. I'll tell you fucking why. It's because we got a couple things. I can't remember. Stuff's kind of blurs together. I don't remember if we talked about it, but we got news last week that Runestone holders are not getting one rune, like one meme coin, right? Did you hear this?
I heard you're getting 3 or something.
Getting
Right.
fucking 3. We're getting loaded up on runes. So yeah, the first one, and we actually got the name too. Let me pull this up. Tell me you saw that at least.
Dog.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so keyed in, man. I'm
You're
so
fucking
keyed in.
dialed in. So like, okay. So Beeple did his everyday featuring a runestone, which is incredible. But yeah, the first rune is going to actually be called Dog, although it's got like a 13 character ticker. So like that can't be its full name. It needs to be something else. We'll see what that ends up looking like. But yeah, man, Dog. I like it.
Why does it have a 13 character ticker?
That's the way Casey Rotomore like coded these things. Like that's the like that's how these work. Like on the technical front, they are 13 character tickers.
What does that mean? I don't understand this. What?
Okay, you know, like
Talk to me like I'm a fucking.
It'll have 13 letters in it, right?
I'll speak to you normal, Joe. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you.
like you know, so you can name something like wormhole token was $W.
You're
Or
right.
just W, right? So this one, it can't just be dogs. It needs to be 13 characters long.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like
It might
the
be like
actual
dog,
ticker.
dog.
Right.
One.
Right.
Dog.
I like the idea too. It's like, okay, we got to come up with like dog meme coins are the top thing, you know, like Doge, Sheeb, Whiff, Dog with Hat, right? Dog meme coins clearly are like the way to go. So they just went full on, just we'll call it Dog. We'll see if that works. That might be too left curve and not like memeable enough, but I don't know. I mean, so far the market likes it, collectors like it.
I heard a bunch of people wanting to sell the Runestones soon.
Well, I mean, Tickle even said here when it's not even an if, but when it gets to 0.1, how can you not want to take profits on something free that all of a sudden that's worth $7,000 right now, basically. Right now 6, but if it gets to 0.1, we're talking $7,000.
Wow.
And especially a lot of people got multiple.
The idea that the reason you wouldn't want to sell is if you think the airdrop from it or the tokens from it are going to be more valuable. That's the speculative side, right?
And what do you think?
Like I've heard some stuff of like over 15K, but who knows, right?
Yeah, I mean, so right now the price they're at now is with the market cap being at about what is it? Like almost 600 mil. Probably about 600 mil right now. So for perspective, like Whiff, Dog with Hat is at 2 bill. So, you know, 4x from there, you know, and these things have a lot of room to fly in theory. And then Doge is like a $20 billion coin, and Bitcoin's just different. I think we could have a token that competes with those big meme coins, like the big boys, with Doge, with Sheeb. Okay, so then there was this argument that Bitcoin is too slow to handle that kind of transactions, like it just will never work. But man, the more and more I kind of like think about it, and I said this last week at some point, I think when these coins are on centralized exchanges, those transactions are not on chain. I don't think the speed matters. You know, like I think I know they're off-chain transactions because like BRC20 is a perfect example. The ones we show are ones traded on-chain marketplaces. We don't capture any of the trades happening on OKX and other exchanges. We don't get those because those aren't on chain. So like to me, the speed issue doesn't come into play at all with runes. I think they can
also,
rip.
If you shitcoin on Solana, which I'm not deep in it, but have done it, that chain sucks ass.
Yep.
And half of, if not 75% of your transactions.
Are you still deep
fail.
Are you still in panties? Are you still in panties?
I got out of the panties with a little profit. You want to know something? I learned a little something because I was talking to a Kong. He was playing with his Telegram bot. He was losing. Like, you know, I could see that he was getting live updates, and he's like, but here's what happens when it goes down. I just slam whatever I've got into it. I just slam it right back in. And I was like, okay. So yesterday, like I was in panties for 2 or 3 soul. I made more on mantle or manlet, but 2 or 3 soul. It went down. I think I got in at a 15 mil market cap. It went down to maybe around 4 or 5. I slammed in, doubled up, and I sold back when it hit like around 15 million again.
Oh wow! So hold on, you were in the panties, and then when the panties went down, you doubled
out.
You got out.
I doubled down. I doubled down actually. Panties went down. I doubled down.
And you lost it all.
No. I got out of panties with
Did you pull the panties up or?
There's a sweet dog.
I got out right in time. I think I got out of that one with like a 1 soul profit. 0.8, 0.9. but I lived, Joe. I lived a little. I felt like I was one of the degens on the Magic Eden yacht or the Magic Eden dinner cruise. Just hitting Solana with 3/4 of my transactions failing.
Yeah. Did any of your transactions fail?
3/4 of them failed.
Dude,
Yep.
I ran into that this morning. So I'm gonna show the beanie thing. Okay. So yeah, I mean this like let me show. All right.
While you're showing, I think I told Huda, but like if you know what, Henry, are you friends with K Money?
We know each other. We know each other.
You like the guy?
Yeah, he's a nice enough guy.
Something changed there, maybe. I think you used to like really like the dude.
Oh, no, we were talking about him the other day. Like, I think you were not on the show, and we weren't razzing him. Like, I don't think we weren't like completely, ripping him or anything like that. But I think I was saying something like, I want to like the guy, but whatever. Anyway, and then Huda was like, yeah, Henry's friendly with him or whatever. So like, oh, okay. But he actually posted something about like YouTube content creators and wanting to get a hold of some. And I saw that Huda's name was in the thread. So I was like, oh shit. Like, I wonder if our shit talking is going to come back to bite us in the ass at some point.
I think he appreciates the game. Like that's like, big part of
he
it.
is a shit talker.
Yeah.
He's a shit talker. But I mean, when I hate somebody, I truly hate them. It's not a bit. Like, I really hate them. So
like you're gonna send like dog heads in a bucket to their front porch. By the way, Octoman, how am I going to explain to normie friends how to buy a Bitcoin meme coin versus just buying something like Doge on Coinbase or Robinhood? Yeah, the reality is you're not going to get the type of gains on more than likely a central exchange as you will getting into these things at the beginning. I mean, I think the potential for gains is just completely different. By the time it gets to Robinhood or it gets to Coinbase, it's already been through the hands of the cabal and every other degen that's really keyed into it. So you can still make you can still make money on those centralized exchanges, but it's not about convincing them. In fact, I might even argue it's about being tapped in yourself, because it's hard to convince someone of it. It's better that hey, this actually is something that works. I'm going to take part in it myself. And then you've got some stories to tell versus convincing someone. Because to be completely honest, like, I don't care to convince people.
No, me neither. I was telling somebody at the gym today, somebody was telling me like, oh yeah, I bought Bitcoin at like everyone's bought Bitcoin at some point in their lives. And then it just they sold it at the bottom of whatever that was. Like, that's the story of like 99% of the people. And I was like, it's 72,000 today, right? He's like, yeah, but I had to sell it. But like and I was like, you should, I was like, yeah, you should buy more, dude. But I was like, that's it. I was like, I'm not going to like convince you. I'm not going to talk to you about it. I'm not going to tell you if I've got it. You know what I mean? I just want to like, do your thing, bro. I can't convince you.
Like, convincing people means you're spending time trying to get somebody else into the very thing you're trying to make money in. The reality is, instead of spending any time, effort, energy into that, spend time understanding it for yourself. Because once you understand it for yourself, then it's easy to have conversations when they come up. But like, this is not the time to convince others unless they're like really deep friends. You're like, man, you can't miss out. This is the time to grind it yourself.
So can I ask too, is like the spirit of that question kind of about the value of a rune, saying like if normies can't get in, how can we expect it to really gain the kind of market cap that these other coins have? Is that kind of like what the question is getting at too? Or is this truly
Maybe.
like how do I tell people how to even buy it? Because I think these centralized exchanges are going to list it. And again, I think we saw first steps towards that with Coinbase listing BRC20 futures. Like, to me, that's a step towards it. So I do think
there's enough liquidity out there that it doesn't matter whether it's open to the masses, right? It's a little bit of a game of hot potato, and it's getting in at the right market cap and getting out at a comfortable position.
Well, let me take the normie sort of vibe here, because I don't know as much about this stuff as you. But like, there is ordinals, which is the NFTs, and then we're also talking about the meme coins on Bitcoin, right? Like, so what are the meme coins or coins on the Bitcoin chain that people are transacting on now? Is it Runestones? Is that what it is? And then all these airdrops or whatever it's going to be additional Bitcoin meme coins?
You mean like right at this very moment, which coins are they trading?
Yes.
It's BRC20s. So it's stuff like the Pups token. There's Pi that came out like in December, I think. Ordi? Ordi, I think, is the biggest one. So there are multiple coins that people are trading, and they're trading them on Binance and OKX. Binance, going away in a few days. In let's see, 10 days, you can't trade there anymore. So, but people are trading them right now.
Can you transact that on them on like Photon or like Uniswap or anything like that, or
not yet? And that's actually a really good point to me. That's what holds this stuff back right now, is there's not really Bitcoin dexes. I think we got that Saturn platform that's like maybe the start. I think they're starting to pop up on Bitcoin, but that's where we need things like OPCat. There needs to be like a fundamental change to Bitcoin to be able to support platforms that'll get that kind of like speed. And we're not there yet. So really the best hope for them is these centralized exchanges picking them up. And maybe like, man, picture Coinbase buying your Runestone ahead of time, so that way they get that, picture them sweeping up like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Runestones so they can get their own, to actually have.
But I think like this idea, going back, because Octoman responded, it doesn't matter whether normies flow in to the, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Whether the normies come in or not to this doesn't matter. There's enough liquidity here. I think it's been proven through whether it's Ethereum shitcoins, Solana meme coins. Like normies come in, awesome. Normies find it too complicated, doesn't matter. Yeah. This is almost like a sideshow. It's like you're at the main event, but if you want to go to the sideshow, it might be baller. Whether they come in or not, it doesn't really have an effect as to whether or not this thing's going to launch and whether or not there's the opportunity to make a shitload of money.
It's probably better for us that more people aren't flooding into the space in droves, I guess you could say. Like, obviously it's good, but like, I think right now there's opportunity in the fact that a ton of people aren't in the space. Like, a lot of people have they don't deserve to make the money that they do right now. Myself included, a lot of times, you know what I mean? Like, so the fact that there's not a ton of people doing stuff is kind of nice. You're building your bags right now, and once things continue to grow, hopefully that will be beneficial to us, But is Magic Eden doing any, like, because
yes, Magic Eden is going to have runes, by the way.
Okay,
from day one,
and like they have a wallet. Can you swap in there? Can you I wonder if you can swap into the meme coins through your wallet there.
That would be very cool if right out of the gate it wasn't you buying bundles like with BRC20s. If it was like direct swaps in the wallet like any token, that would be incredible. I hope that's what they're doing. By the way, like all this talk about Runestones, and we got to give flowers to RSIC, which is also, doing incredibly well. Much smaller collection, and those are actually trading. I'll show you. Those are actually trading on what are they, over-the-counter markets right now? I think R6 at about 5 cents. So pretty cool to see, them starting to play out, starting to see the value of them.
And the last thing I'll touch on with that whole Bitcoin meme coin thing is I think that Coinbase is doing that smart wallet in which you'll be able to transact much easier on cross-chain meme coins. So like potentially that could be a way that normies would be the 70 million plus people, on Coinbase. If they get that smart wallet, it would be an easy way to transact with whatever sort of currency that you're dealing with there, which would be interesting.
Yeah.
So it's coming. It is coming. It's just, yeah.
Henry, I got a question. Are you home?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering where the rugs were, but then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm home. Eclipse today, so I stayed home.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'll be at the rugs tomorrow.
Can't freaking wait. You guys mind if I move us on to, well, we should talk Blobs real quick. Yeah. Because Blobs was the other hot collection this weekend. And I think, man, I don't think they're a flavor of the month kind of thing. They might have some legs here. If Tickle's still around, awesome, because Tickle is doing collabs at the very least over there, so he knows quite a bit about them. But, Joe, did you get Blobs?
He said Neuro dropped some alpha about him.
Interesting. Boy, you're making me look like a real idiot. No, I did not get Blobs. I don't even know what Blobs are, man. The song is basically me. It's like I'm proving
it's all of us.
I put the idiot in there.
It's the point. It's literally all of us. We suck at this shit. Mm-hmm. I got a rare Blob. I'll show you guys, but I happen to get a rare one.
What is it? Nice.
Yeah, okay, this guy, Neuro, I'm looking on their Discord right now, seeing if he actually posted an update there. Because I'd be curious what the alpha is.
What's
Okay,
the
hang
alpha
on.
tickle?
Airdrop ticket update. Okay, not that one. Yeah, Tickle, what is our alpha? Okay, Blobs. Okay. Blobs are code innovation on chain is the short of it. Blobs are code innovation. Okay.
Okay. We don't care about the innovation. We care about the money, right?
He dropped alpha to the collab team, and you cannot share that info. Correct, sir? See correcto, sir?
Okay. Well, whatever.
So here's my blob, and I'll show you why he's rare.
They just dropped you, huh?
They just dropped, man. You got a whitelist. You didn't have to do anything. They airdropped these bad boys. So they're like, I mean, they're different. They're cool, but clearly there's got to be something more to them, right? For people to be spending like this and for them to be talked about the way they are. So
maybe a rune?
Wouldn't be shocked of a rune, but maybe they got something else that like, you know, like plays with storage. Some kind of like, I'm hoping it's some kind of innovation for Bitcoin, because we're still early enough there that a lot of these projects actually are innovating. So hope that's what's happening here. So this guy here, the one I have, has this trait called wireframe. So like most of these other traits, they're equally distributed. So like whatever this trait, blob buddies, like pretty even number across all those traits. Same goes to like the skins, or what is this, realm skins. No, there's no rarity except for this blob wireframe trait. And some of these were going for 0.06, 0.07 earlier. So those are rarer, but you know, does it mean anything? Do they do something?
Tickle said warmer. Was that about your comment about storage or my comment about runes?
I'm going to guess it's code. It's like a storage, like the way the blockchain is utilized. I'm guessing, but I hope it's runes. Tickle. Warmer. Which brother is warmer? It sounds weird.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, rumors about runes. Okay. All right. A blob rune. That's the new thing, man. Okay. That feeds us perfectly into our next segment, next topic. Because like, dude, okay, so I got the Little Noun show coming up, and I do a market report, and in my market report and also in my newsletter tomorrow, I'm going to keep talking about the meta. Like the thing that is going to bring NFTs back to life is fungible tokens. And it's because we just keep seeing all the writing on the wall right now. Like, okay, this is the Beanie thing. Beanie talking about this collection called, actually, I don't even know the collection's name, but he's talking about this token called Thog.
Yeah.
So Theory of Gravity, he tweeted out some I don't know, some animations, and then he tweeted out these JPEGs, right?
Yeah.
And he basically said, send 1,000 Thog to this address. That gets you a chance, you know, to mint them, to whitelist. They burn the Thog you sent, so decreasing supply. And a point here is people just are really trying to build out, like shoehorn in these ecosystems, which by the way isn't really new, but fungible tokens paired with NFTs, that is almost what needs to be the default going forward. Even more so now with Pandora. So like, you know, last week I was so bullish and hyped on Pandora and said the biggest thing ever is coming.
What happened with that?
It actually came. Oh, actually, okay, guys. I have to thank Joe publicly, because Joe called me after my I think Saturday show.
Oh, you're gonna bring that up, huh?
I should, because you saved something, maybe someone. Joe called me. He's like, dude, that video the other day where you were talking about Pandora and the airdrop and all that shit. He's like, that was a scam. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, that site that you kept referencing, that you actually went on the site, that's a scam. That is like a malicious site. And so it turns out that was just another one of those examples where you got a legit tweet and somebody copies the name, they make it look very similar, and they put a fake malicious tweet right under it. First off, every project needs to get much better about putting this is the last tweet. You have to. That was
my VFriend's my reflexes on that one was looking for those sorts of mistakes. But yeah.
Dude, have to. That's now the second time. I'm glad I didn't connect my wallet or do anything. That's the second time I've been got by that exact thing. And I do it while I'm researching. I'm not trying to chase something to buy. I'm like digging into news and I'm going to malicious sites. So
we gotta be careful. We're a small team too. You know what I mean? We can't be putting out shit to, to our growing audience that might not be legit.
Yeah, so I went back and I deleted that out of the video. But yeah, again, thank you to Joe for like taking the time to call, like find it first of all, then let me know. And so yeah, that's cut out now. Guys, just be extra careful. But I guess going back to like last week and the hype and the excitement, they did announce something. This came on Saturday. Pandora is doing a launch pad. I think this is pretty damn cool. Yeah, so an ERC-404 launch pad, I think the interesting part here is it's not just for ERC-404s going forward. Like, you got, Jesus Christ, you have a new collection, right? You want to launch a 404. You can do this retroactively to existing ERC-20s. I think that's actually super interesting. So I'm now looking back at that Whiff Pandora party and thinking if there is actually more to that still. Like, is Whiff going to now become a 404 collection, do an NFT drop? I don't, it kind of lines up. So, big news.
Yeah.
It's the way the space
I don't
is
know
going,
why
so.
while I think the ERC 404 is cool, I don't, it's like, I look at this and I'm not like, holy shit. I'm like, like, cool. Show me something cool, do something cool, and then maybe I'll get a.
Yeah, it's like when an iPhone came out. Like, if we explained what an iPhone was, it wouldn't be cool. But like, if you come out and you're like, here is the fucking iPhone, like, check this shit out. Like, we'd all be like, fuck yeah. You know, like, that sort of shit needs to happen with this. Not like having a guy fucking dancing on a stage like he's high on fucking ketamine and like fucking Molly. You know what I mean? Like sometimes.
But even this like high quality video, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, like, whatever.
What was that video? What was that dance called from that guy? Now I'm itching to see that video.
I think it's called the Dev Walk. Is that what you're saying? Like they called it a Dev Walk? Yeah, there you go.
Got sweaty hands.
Yeah, I still don't. You said you found that guy, like the actual guy. I still don't believe any of it. Like, I'm on high alert for anything Pandora now.
Because of that, like, that was so sus.
There's been a couple of little things with Pandora that I'm like, I don't feel very comfortable with it. I just don't feel comfortable with it. Like the fact that they call experimental coin, like, it all just rubs me a little bit wrong. I'm sorry,
Bob. I think I've probably a couple times been that high with you.
I'm pretty sure I've been that
You
high
too.
on his couch.
All three of us probably together did that dance at one point.
At his house. Yeah.
Oh, shit. The good old days. Okay. The point of all that, yeah, man, point of all that is I think NFTs are about to cycle back. And I think a lot of it because of the meme coin stuff, like just tying in so closely with this stuff.
This cracks me up, man. No lie. I was thinking after our last show on Friday, because the forecast 500 was down and, you know, a few days of, you know, it not being super newsworthy and the market's a little bit red, but it's funny how conviction can start to go. Like, I got off our podcast. I was thinking, like, we all kind of know where this is going, right? Like, it's going to go through these little fluctuations, the ebbs and flows, but like, this is going to be an up year more than likely.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's more than likely going to be an up year. So these little like 3-day, 2-week periods of time where it's down just gives you an opportunity to catch your breath. Like, it almost doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't. That's the difference. This cycle doesn't phase you, really, does it?
It's like, who cares? Like, okay, if anything, it just lets you chill for a minute while you get ready for that next leg up.
Yep.
So I think that me and you guys are in a different strategic sort of situation. Like, you guys are all about like ordinals, all this sort of like meme coin and all that stuff. And the majority of the scene is kind of that way. I almost feel risk adverse to putting my Bitcoin or my Solana into these things to try to grow them. I'd rather just sit tight with what I have and watch. Like, those are my meme coins, is watching those go up, you know, whatever percent that they're going in. Just small amounts here and there that have fun with, but like education. But yeah, I'm afraid to, I want to grow my stack, but I'm afraid to kind of divert my
It's fair.
big stacks.
You know, so it's fair. And also, like, who was it? It might have been Peter. Somebody said in one of our Discords this morning how, you know, they've gotten into Runestone, they got into a couple of projects, and then all they ever put in was $20. Who said that? Was that?
I don't know, but that was, I don't know. I didn't see that.
And that's ultimately the difference. That's why some people are playing so heavily right now. You see Runestones rewarded the early ordinal traders. If you got an early, you are at such an advantage right now because that's how it worked. Almost all the mints were free. They were just the cost of gas or, you know, the transaction fee. So again, it is an unfair advantage because now it's very expensive to get into any of those great projects over there. And the new ones, I guess we're kind of in a close to free meta we just saw with Blobs. So it's like, don't miss this time around because we saw how that played out before. I would definitely be taking advantage of the free mints.
I think I put 500 into ordinals total. And from that, I mean, it's insane. R6, Quantum Cat. I rolled my R6 into Quantum Cat, Blobs, Badgers, which I paid for Badgers at the beginning. To me, there has not been an easier route to make money than ordinals. Never. There hasn't been an airdrop or even 2 combined airdrops on ETH. And I was farming Arbitrum pretty hard. There hasn't been anything that comes even close to what I've made in ordinals in the last 2 to 3 months. There's nothing like it. You're just like, how did I get airdrop this thing of this much value?
Is it dangerous though? Like, I know that, like, I always am on high alert when it comes to like, oh, this was airdropped to my wallet. This is, you know what I mean? Like, you try to sell it. Oh, you're going to get fucking wiped out. Is happening on that as well? Or is it?
It's starting.
Is it?
It's more like these things, before I'm doing anything, I'm checking like idiots or in the Kong's ordinals part. It almost seems like it should be a scam for the amount of stuff that has been airdropped to ordinal holders. I've not seen anything like it on ETH. I've not seen anything like it on ETH other than maybe the closest I can compare it to, and it's probably not even close, is the Pixel Vault, like early days of, what was it, the comic, got you the mint pass, got you DAO token and the ability to get the planetary DAO set. Had that kind of...
That's a good analogy. The reward your holders, like that's the mindset entirely.
Right. You know what I heard?
True, Cats. No, Cats, you're spot on, bro, by the way.
What did Cats say? Oh, bragging, right. You know what I heard that was kind of interesting was that someone was saying a lot of the airdrops that are coming from the Bitcoin ordinals, sort of like Runestones or whatever it is that it's airdrops not coming from within that ecosystem, but outside of it. Like, you know how like Pixel Vault, if you got an airdrop, it was from Pixel Vault. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, and that's maybe harder to sustain. Like, can you imagine buying a Bored Ape or whatever, but then getting a cool cat and then getting a, you know what I mean? Getting like a whatever.
That's what's happening.
That's why we're saying never seen anything like this.
Joe,
it is very different.
I'm telling you, bro, I've never seen anything like this. It's literally exactly that. Oh, I own a Bored Ape, so they gave me a Kong, they gave me a cool cat. I got 3 metaverse heroes and an invisible friends. And you're like, this doesn't make any sense. How are these things of any value? But they are.
Can I suggest why it's happening? Because it's this whole argument that the Bitcoin crowd is different. I think a lot of these guys are very wealthy from Bitcoin and always have been. They're set, and we've seen that those guys that maybe have a lot to work with are very giving, right? Maybe like Coco's a great example, right? Like he's one of the most generous dudes out there, and I feel a lot of that is going on in the Bitcoin ecosystem. A lot of guys who've just been mining for so long and are sitting on so much Bitcoin are kind of doing similar. There's something like that going on.
It'd be interesting to see what wallets or like what, it'd be interesting to see a breakdown of the collections and the amounts of unique holders and things like that. It'd be nice to get a grasp on it. Like, is it unique Bitcoin holder, or is it just a couple of whales playing around? I don't know.
So we have some of that. Like we have some on Crypto Slam. Magic Eden shows the unique holders as well. And actually, that's something that surprises me a lot is in a lot of those big collections, the distribution is beautiful. Like Puppets, 10,000 edition collection has over 8,000 holders.
Blobs.
What's the other one? Node Monkeys less. Node Monkeys is like 4,800 holders for the 10K collection. So that one's tricky. Quantum Cats, I got to check, but I think that's like 2,700 for the 3,300 cats. Good distribution there. It's interesting.
How many subscribers to your YouTube channel would it take before we become people that they just drop shit to us? Like, here's some things for you guys. Here's free t-shirts.
Yeah.
Here's whatever.
Hey,
what's that going to take?
I bet it can't be too. Okay, here's the thing. It can't be too far because it's not like there's a lot of people even doing this.
I feel like remember you said today, what was the guy's name? Like, I remember Dick was in his name. What was the guy's name?
Oh, Roger. Yeah, Roger.
What was his last name? Where's
Dickerman? Yeah, Roger Dickerman.
Dickerman, that's right. Yeah, like you said that he had a show. It's like more and more people, it seems, do have shows. Like I said, K Money was talking about who are the YouTube content creators, and there was a fucking laundry list of people.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe there's not a ton, but maybe there's
So like
a decent amount.
it's definitely starting to grow, but it's like, man, even if there's 50, there's probably 100, there's probably 200, but it's like, man, there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of crypto guys, and there's, you know, like there's just so much. It's still very limited. I'll tell you what, man, of course I'm biased, but I really like our show. I really like our show. So I'm pretty optimistic about what we'll be able to do for brands, you know, for sponsors, for our community, all that stuff. I think we're gonna be able to. I think we're gonna be in a cool position here soon to do cool shit with all that. Do I see a dog? Oh,
that's Murphy.
hi Murph.
That's a Murphy dog.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Do I smell meme coin?
Edge, you should make a channel that's like a reaction channel of you edging to our videos. That's what you should do.
Murphy meme coin dog?
Oh my god.
Murphy meme coin. Murphy'd make a good meme coin, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Yeah. YouTubers with like 5 to 7K subs get review codes. That's good. Okay.
We have to do something huge. We got to do something real stupid.
I think it's going to take one viral thing. I'm talking to the guy still from the Puff Daddy NFT, and I'm trying to get some screenshots from him of the video footage. It's not out there. So I want to get a little viral video out there from that.
I think Yoda should do something stupid, like really like involving nudity or something like that. Like he should have had panties on today or something like that.
Oh,
cool.
Man, please no.
Something. I'm just saying.
You don't want to see that.
So I want to end, because we got just a couple minutes here, base NFTs. You know, kind of like wrapping all this up, I am feeling something kind of maybe swinging back to NFTs. Not convinced yet, but dude, base NFTs fucking cooked over the past week. Like, did you realize those base punks, like $6.5 million?
Yeah. I knew that they were flying pretty good.
The swatches, like $2.5 million there, about $2 million on these Gaias and these degens. Like, dude, base NFTs. Like maybe Ethereum NFTs don't have their run first. Ordinal's clearly doing their thing, but base NFTs starting to pick up.
I feel like ETH is only going to have its run on, like, let's say OG blue chip collections. It's hard to picture why anyone would want to launch a mainnet collection right now.
ETH, you know what? Punks is an interesting one. On base. The reason that ETH is because there's already been the storyline of this was the first Ethereum. I can't tell you how many times we were like, this is the first NFT project on Ethereum. No. This one was. And like, you know what I mean? Like that whole story has been written already. The punks on base. Oh, punks on base. That's why it's going to fly. You know what I mean? Like there's these other blockchains and NFTs coming out on them that there's the historical value of the first of that on those chains that are still being like it's new now. So I think that that's kind of an interesting thing where Ethereum doesn't have that fresh sort of thing to excite people into buying right now there.
Yeah. And the gas fees can be slightly horrific.
Oh, come on. Fuck you with that bullshit. I mean, who gives a fuck, dude? I mean, gas fees, did it affect you that much? I mean, we were like...
Me? No.
I'm saying, I think gas fees were like kind of fun and kind of cool. I mean, like you'd spend $500 to $1,000 on gas fees for some mint.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Epic PvP. It was cool. It was fun.
Amazing, dude.
It's changed though. People's expectations have changed. They want 0.0001 soul, or they want you go to base and you're paying cents, right? They don't want. They look at a $30 gas fee on Ethereum and they're like,
see, I'm afraid that everyone's distracted on all these different, like, this is over here and this is over here and this is over there and this is over here, and like, it's going to dilute all of that, where eventually someone's going to be like, okay, Say is not doing anything. I wasted money over there. Okay, base is the same shit over here. Okay, Bitcoin's now falling off a cliff. Let me focus back on whatever the case might be. Like that, I think that there's a risk of that sort of thing of like, all these fun things are happening. There's sort of a bull run coming. But once it's all said and done, we're sitting here with Pixel Vault for, $30 for something that you paid $10,000 for coming in the future. You know what I mean?
I think you're right. I think most of it on these other chains, on the L2s, I think most of it, we won't even remember what the first 2 letters of their project name was 2 years from now. Right now, it's somewhere people can make money. I think those projects will eventually go very low. Founders will walk away because how long are you going to give to a hobby project? And I do agree. I think people will at that point run back to mainnet projects that were with long standing, and I think Bitcoin projects that will have to prove that they have something worth sticking around for. It may just be the value of the project itself versus like, hey, we built out something iconic. They may build out nothing, but I do think those two things are true.
Because right now you're right. Oh, fucking Ethereum costs a lot of money, but like Bitcoin takes fucking forever. I remember when I was like getting like swapping for some Bitcoin, I swapped it for some ETH. I swear to God, dude, it took like fucking 3 hours. I almost lost my shit. Like the Coinbase was like, whatever the amount went down, but it wasn't in my wallet. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Solana, 75% of transactions are down. What? How many days later? And you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, sure, fucking the gas sucks. But
Joe would change his entire narrative. Everything you said, I think you would feel differently if you were in the Ordinals ecosystem.
You know what? You're right. And I told, before we even started this show, I told Huda, I was like, listen, I've got like a little tiny bit of like you started with a little bit of Bitcoin that I can transfer to my Magic Eden wallet, which I just downloaded that extension recently, like right before the show started. And I just haven't gotten around to it because I've been doing a lot of hard work for the show. You know what I mean? Like while me and Huda are like combing past videos for like mistakes and like doing all of that sort of stuff, like you're doing whatever the fuck you're doing. And
I just show up, man. It's nice. I'm not going to lie. I told you behind the scenes, I feel like I'm doing nothing because I just show up. But I had that same mentality. Ask Huda. When Ordinals were starting, I faded for a month or two because I was like, this is stupid. And now I don't know if I've been in anything so fun in the last like two years or so.
What do I buy? Just give me something I can buy for like $100.
Honey Badger. Probably not $100 anymore. Dude, what it is it's be engaged and get on some giveaways that we do. You know what I mean? Like it's Blobs. Blobs would have been a perfect one.
Maybe hang out in the idiots, Joe.
Yeah,
maybe hang out in idiots. We got a couple decent collab managers in there.
Joe's really active in Idiots 1.
Yeah, I'm in
every day.
Wrong idiots, dude. Wrong idiots.
Yeah. Guys, we got to wrap. We got another show. I got another show coming up here shortly.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, dude. Is it? Yeah.
No. I got 20 minutes. I just prep a little. I practice so much for this shit. People don't even realize. But yeah, Little Noun show coming up in 20 minutes. We've got people from we got the MFers coming on. So like, there's the MFers community. Ooh, yeah, they're coming on, giving an update on the project, what they're into. I'm hoping they're going to talk about their MFer token and how that felt getting a big old token, stimmy, just a week ago, right? So,
you know what? I have some sort of feelings about you doing other shows. I mean, I'm having feelings about it. All I'm saying, I'm not against it. I'm just saying I'm having feelings on it.
I get it.
Eventually,
some of them are gonna have to give.
Something's going to come to a head, and I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Well, I want to make it clear. This is my priority.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad that you said that because now our audience is now on film or on YouTube. So,
dude, it's like it's the priority now. Okay, Little Noun sponsors that show. I am contractually obliged to do that, and I love it. I fucking love that show.
Love Nouns.
But yeah, that one's great. Yeah, I got the bandwidth for a few of these. They will get paired back at some point because a lot of my attention needs to go here.
Pulling you away from what we do is all I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
By the way, tomorrow I will be on point in my normal space, and I feel like I'll be ready to share.
Full rugger.
You were good today, man. I loved you today.
With the great Biggie Poppins. He should be joining us tomorrow too. So
I might have a thing. I might have a thing for the Happening tomorrow too. Hopefully, if I'm working,
he'll have a lot to say about it, I'm sure. So it'll be beautiful. Guys, have a great afternoon. You can catch the Little Noun show on the Little Nouns X account. I'm also going to stream it here on this channel, most likely. Normally I do. I don't know if I'll get it up in time, but keep an eye out for that. And then, of course, tomorrow morning I'll be back with the morning NFT market update. And then we'll be back at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, the shittiest time ever. You're welcome. And
Sorry,
so-
Let's just
Gravity.
change it, man.
Sorry,
Let's change it.
Gravity. I think
It's
Gravity
that's
wanted-
on you guys. If you guys can change it, I can do it. So
think
you
Gravity
guys got to
wanted
figure out
us
if you can
to-
fit it.
Gravity
Let's just
wanted us
change
to
it to a
keep
time I can't come.
Wait, what did Gravity do?
I think Gravity wanted us to keep going, but I'm sorry, Gravity. Who
No,
does
no. We absolutely let's run it back from the top. Hang on.
Who does got to
Run it back.
Different show.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blades. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything.
Come back to me.